Holy shit! It's... Hello?
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 Who is it?
Who are you?
I'm French. Why do you think I have this outrageous accent, you silly king?
Well, French, I'm Mike. And who are you calling a king? I'm just a normal dude.
You don't frighten us, English pig dogs.
And while we're at it, why are you on top of my house?
This is the castle of my master, Guido Luamba.
This isn't a castle, it's a house. And it's not the Middle Ages, it's 2020. We got the frickin' coronavirus to worry about, man.
Ah, blow my nose at you.
Well, that's rather rude and unsanitary given what I just said.
Don't want to talk to you no more, you.
Well, I don't want to talk to you anymore either, asshole.
I fart in your general direction.
I flick my boogers at you, asshole.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Right. I'm coming up there, you son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ!
Gang bang! Come on, let's jump the queen! Whip out those little dicks, here we go! Run away! Run away!
What the hell? Oh, hell no. Fuck this! The French are attacking. Skippy?
What the fuck's wrong with you, asshole? Leaving me cooped up in this goddamn refrigerator for how many fucking months?
No, I know. I'm sorry. The Wizard and Professor Toasted Cookies were trying to find a solution, but I got a real big problem. You see, up on top of our home, there's French people.
Okay, why do I care if there's French people up there? You want to go ask them for some French fries? Or some escargot? Or get some fucking wine while you're at it? What about me? You know what? I don't even fucking care. Crazy shit happens around here all the time. Alright, why don't you go ask the wizard? He's the one who usually takes care of these fantasy type scenarios that you always like to talk about with movies.
Is the pickle talking about me again?
Yeah, Skippy. Wait a minute. Why do you look different?
Does it really matter? It's a cheaply made YouTube channel. We do it for shits and giggles. Just go with the story. Moron.
Damn, you guys are rude. Fine. Anyway, what do I do about the Frenchman up on the roof? What the hell is that about?
Oh, Mike. How quickly you forget. Do you not remember a certain movie that your father introduced you to?
I don't know. My dad introduced me to a lot. He introduced me to Star Wars, Star Trek, Cheech and Chong. Holy shit. Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail! Yeah, that was the first Monty Python I ever saw, and I've loved Monty Python ever since. Oh, let me guess. This is another quest I gotta take care of, where I have to talk about Monty Python?
Yes, Mike. That's it. Boy, you're so predictable.
Oh, I just go on a rant about what I know about Monty Python and share it with these people, and then the Frenchman will go away?
Time's a wasting, and people are getting impatient for more funny content. So yeah, asshole, let's get a move on.
It was then that Augustus III knew his place in the ancient city of Rome, and he forever would lead his people to a new era of kitty cats and puppy dogs. And there was peace for all, and zebras and antelopes were frolicking in the field, and there was Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms. Rosebud. And now for something completely different.
Right. Well then, here's some facts that I found while I was researching all about Monty Python. First off, the name Monty Python had a few different origin stories. According to a 1998 documentary called Live at Aspen, where the Monty Python group was interviewed, Monty was for Field Marshal Lord Montgomery from World War II. Apparently they were gently mocking him. And the Python part was just simply for a slippery sounding surname. Eric Idle also claimed it was from a heavyset fellow who frequented the pub where Eric Idle would often go. People often would go up to the bartender and ask, "Has Monty been in yet?" But the BBC described it as envisaged by the team as the perfect name for a sleazy entertainment agent. But if you ask others, they'll just simply tell you the name Monty Python doesn't mean anything. It was just a silly name, like the show and the movies. Just silly. Who's in the Monty Python cast, you ask? Well, that included Graham Chapman, John Cleese, Terry Gilliam, Eric Idle, Terry Jones, and Michael Palin. The first production with the name of Monty Python on it was The Flying Circus, which first aired Sunday, October 5th, 1969 at 22:55 GMT. And for those of us who don't live in the UK, that's 11:55 p.m. local time on BBC One. The producer and director of the show was Ian McNaughton. There were 45 episodes over 4 series. And then they moved on to movies after the show. The movies were, and now for something completely different, in 1971, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, made in 1975, which I'm going to be telling you about. Monty Python's Life of Brian, made in 1979. Monty Python Live at the Hollywood Bowl in 1982. And Monty Python's The Meaning of Life in 1983. Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail was a movie made by the Monty Python troupe about the legends of King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table. In this movie, they go on a quest given to them by God, I tell you, to go and find the legendary Holy Grail. The Holy Grail was filmed in Scotland in a number of picturesque settings, such as Doune Castle, Glencoe, and Castle Stalker. The film had a budget of £229,000, and in American money, that's $289,302.87. That's according to most recent exchange rates. Interestingly enough, the film's budget came from some famous names you might know, such as Pink Floyd, Jethro Tull, Led Zeppelin, and Genesis, and from a UK music producer named Tony Stratton Smith. And speaking of budget, the group actually ran out of money for an opening title sequence after all of their filming. So they did the credits as cheaply as they could, and did some of them in Swedish, kind of as a nod to the snooty foreign films, as they call them, that they loved. And also, they didn't actually have any money for horses for the knights, so the fact that the squires were following along behind them clapping coconuts together to pretend that they were horse sounds, that was because they couldn't afford any horses. Some other interesting tidbits are that the film was directed by the two Terrys, Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones. Terry Gilliam also performed the animation scenes. He drew them. The book of the film was shot on Gilliam's living room floor, and the hand turning the pages was his wife, Maggie Weston. The extras at the wedding scene were actually tourists who were there that day at Doune Castle. Arthur's army at the end of the film were students at Scotland's University of Stirling and given free food, £2, and free transportation, and all the crazy antics they could ask for. This movie is hilarious. It made me laugh my butt off as a little kid when my dad showed it to me, and I still laugh my butt off at it today. It's a classic movie. It's a favorite among people who love Monty Python. And the French Knight, he's hilarious in the film, but not up on my roof. And the Killer Rabbit was great, and the magician Tim is pretty hilarious too. So if you haven't seen this yet, I suggest you go watch it.
He's gone. By God, it worked. It worked, I tell you. It worked!
Don't forget to like and subscribe, mortals. We have to keep this shit show going somehow.